it's Gemma here from Healing Gems. Thank you for joining me again today. So today I just want to do a quick chat really about accepting the unacceptable. Now, when you have chronic fatigue, it brings about so many awful symptoms in your body, ones that you could probably never have imagined that you would experience before you got this condition. It also makes you very, very emotional. Like the emotional side maybe isn't as talked about as much, um, because the physical is so difficult to deal with, and the fact that your life almost comes to a bit of a grinding halt when you're in that first initial crash phase, when you have no idea what is happening to you, when you don't know what condition you've got, that all those emotions that come up from that, the fear is just unbelievable. The worry, the despair, the hopelessness as you go through the journey where you're seeing doctor after doctor, practitioner after practitioner, alternative treatment specialists, and no one can seem to help. All of these emotions are like these top 5 to 10 emotions on the negative scale that you could possibly feel, and these also unbalance the body and make you unstable, and then one feeds off the other. So you have all these physical symptoms, you get all of these emotions, the emotions drive more physical symptoms, and the more physical symptoms drive more heightened negative emotions, and you end up in this like feedback loop of not knowing how to get out of it. But there is ways to do that, and hopefully by watching this channel, other channels to do with chronic fatigue, and seeking advice from people that you resonate with, you will start to learn how to do that. So what do I mean by accepting the unacceptable? All of that I've just spoken about, those physical symptoms, those such heightened emotions that you feel, all of that feels completely unacceptable. It feels totally unfair. It feels totally unreal. This is a totally surreal situation that you can't believe that this is happening to you. Out of all of the conditions that exist in the world, you're thinking, why me? Why has this happened to me? And why am I suffering to such an extent with this illness that it's kind of brought my life to a grinding halt? Or not, if not a grinding halt, but it's severely limiting me in what I can and can't do. So this really strong holding on to this, like, it's totally unacceptable, I can't figure this out, it's not fair, this kind of tight feelings that we get. And you will go through this with chronic fatigue because it's almost part and parcel of the healing process. We need to come to a state of acceptance, and it is easier said than done. You can't just flick a switch and say, all right, okay, I accept this now and all is well, because you've got to let your body know that you're safe. You've got to start to let your mind, your body, your brain, your soul, that none of these symptoms can really hurt you. Yes, they feel bloody goddamn awful in the moment, but long term they cannot harm you. Long term, there's no long term side effects. Once you start to heal chronic fatigue, a lot of these symptoms will start to go, because they're all related to the nervous system. They're all part of the nervous system being in this high fight or flight, high sympathetic state of the nervous system. So once we start to reduce that, we start to lower our symptoms. So it really, really is important, whenever we feel like we're in this, I can't accept this, this is totally unacceptable, why is this happening to me? We've got to try and bring some safety into our body. So whether that's through self-touch, it can be like giving yourself a hug, just like reassuring yourself that, I am okay, I am all right, everything is going to be okay, I promise. Self-talk, you know, really trying to bring yourself down out of that mindset of like nothing is possible, I can't do this feels so awful, it's never going to change. We have to talk to ourselves slowly and calmly and nicely and lovingly, and just reassure ourselves that things are going to change and things will pass. None of this is permanent. You are not stuck in this situation. So try and give that a go. Whatever you find makes you feel safe. Maybe it's having a bath, maybe it's having a cuddle with a loved one, maybe it's stroking your pet, maybe it is, you know, the self-talk and the self touch and healing and just reassuring yourself that everything is going to be okay. Maybe it's breathing and breath work, you know, long, slow, deep breaths to bring ourselves into a much more calm, relaxed, parasympathetic nervous state. So whatever you find works for you, and it will be different for everybody. So you find what works for you and bring yourself into a state of acceptance, belief that things will change, knowing deep down that you are not stuck in this position and things can change. The needle can move, and yes, it might move slowly, but things will progress, things will change, and yes, there will be backwards moments as well. Again, part of the healing process. So try not to get down about that. And also look at those crashes, those dips, as moments where you are healing because you've pushed the boundary maybe a little bit too far. Your body has gone into a kind of survival mode again. It needs to recoup its energy, so you go backwards, you rest more, and then you come out and you go into the next level of energy available to you. So just try to accept the unacceptable for now, and I promise things will start to change. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. Please leave a comment below. I'm also setting up a monthly healing circle, which I will keep quite small, so we can meet on Zoom once a month where we talk about different aspects of healing. We learn new tools and techniques. So if you would like to join that, please email me at the email address, which I will put into the description below. Okay, so for now, take care. Namaste.